what we're going to go through is some data, and as you can imagine, we look after a number of universities in the UK, and all consortia are represented in this data as well. So I think it's a good indication of what's actually going on. Let's have a look at the top countries that were visited by passenger. Now, bearing in mind, this isn't just for student recruitment. This is for academic partnerships and indeed academics going out and giving lectures overseas as well. So let's have a look at our top locations and divide the booking windows accordingly. So you can see there's a lot of really good planning to the States. So what I'm going to show you here is a percentage by month of spend in a university. So imagine all universities only spent £1 million in 2013. Here are the percentages of when they departed on that spend value. Okay. So let's have a look at the transactions. So I've narrowed it down slightly, same year, but I've also looked at 2012. And this is the time people are booking. So that indicates to us that universities are planning better. Have you ever thought about in your travel programme to start collecting the reason people are travelling? So have a think about that in your travel programmes. Can you collect that data at point of sale, because your data or the output of your data is going to be a lot richer for it? Yeah? And you can start looking at cost-saving initiatives and creating what I would call measurement points. You might find that quite interesting. 20% of total spend is in business class. But then if we look at this as a percentage by passengers, the figures change significantly. So let's have a look at the booking windows for hotels. 2013, quite reasonable. Yeah. And growth, bar Oceania, on 2012. This is quite an interesting stat in terms of percentage of passengers, but it doesn't change dramatically when you do it as a percentage of spend. And that is because universities are buying rail smartly. If we look at the booking windows, so 10 days before travel for advanced tickets, and you remember I mentioned earlier, train operating companies release these advanced tickets 12 weeks before travel. Okay? And I think, once they'll issue an allocation of so many tickets, and once they're spent, that's it, they're gone.